can be only one. Welcome to another Action Figure Adventures animated review. Today we're taking a look at Vykron. Vykron was the 2012 MOTUC Classic San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. The set contains one figure and armor to create 3 different characters. At SDCC, you could buy Vykron packaged as the Barbarian. After Comic-Con, the set was available on MaddyCollector.com packaged as Tankhead or Space Ace. According to Vykron's bio on the back of his package, he is a gladiator that wears lavish costumes to try and get fan approval. In reality, this figure is based on 3 prototype figures that were developed at Mattel when they were originally creating the Masters of the Universe line. We're going to start here by taking a look at the Barbarian form of Vykron. It's a standard Masters of the Universe male body. He has new wrist glove pieces here. And that might be the only thing that's new, along with the head. His head comes with a removable hair and helmet piece. He has a removable chest harness that has fur on the back. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Arctic or Ice Armor He-Man. He has an interesting looking battle axe, and he also has shin plates that can click on over standard Masters of the Universe boots. Tank top here comes with a gun. He has wrist guards that snap on to cover up those new gauntlets for the Barbarian version. He's got different leg pieces that snap on over his boots, very chunky looking ones. There's actually a groove on the inside that hooks onto the fur on his boot. And he has a new armor piece, and instead of having a piece that fits over that head that the helmet and hair came off of, Tank Top has a whole new Masters of the Universe head here. His head is probably the part that looks the least like the prototype here. They chose to give him more of a face that the prototype toy didn't have. The Space Ace version of Vykron here has some obvious Boba Fett influences because the original prototype used a 12-inch Boba Fett head and jetpack that were modified. So this figure has a removable jetpack that just clips into his vest. He has a removable helmet, but when you remove it, he has the same goofy grooved head that accepts the Barbarian helmet and hair. He has shin guards that clip on over his boots as well. He has a new belt piece to cover his loincloth and new gloves. He also has a gun here. The original prototype had a visor over his face because it was a Boba Fett figure. They decided to modify that a little bit here for this figure. All in all, it's a pretty cool set. Like I said at the beginning, you only get one body and all the equipment to make 3 different versions of him. I chose to go the route of getting 3 copies of him, which means I ended up with a ton of extra parts. Of course, this allows you to have fun mixing and matching parts. Now, some people have been saying that these guys were molded with black plastic arms, and they're worried about paint chipping. I think they might be right that the arms are black plastic. And I know it won't show in the video, but there are some spots that seem really dark, almost like you can see the black plastic through the paint, just sort of. I mean, it doesn't detract from the look, but I've been examining the figures very carefully, trying to find out if that might be true. And it might be. I haven't had any paint chipping yet, so I'm hoping I don't have any problems with it. I do have a couple of slight quality issues here. This Vykron arm is really, really loose. There we go. There we go. A little floppy. That's a shame. Wish there was something I could do to tighten that one up. But this guy has the reverse. His arm is so tight, it's really hard to pose it. Ugh. So you win some, you lose some, I guess. No defects that completely ruin the figures for me. You know, some MOTUC guys have tighter joints than other ones. That happens with all toy lines. It's just the way it goes. I highly recommend picking up a set. The Barbarian is awesome. I think you'll like him. Tank Top, he's pretty cool. His boots are a little bit funny. The Space Ace is my least favorite one. The design is, I don't know, it's kind of weird because it's so obviously Boba Fett, and the boot covers really interfere with his ankles. I just think he's the weakest of the three. I highly recommend getting one set. If you're crazy like me and you want to get 3, knock yourself out. They're pretty darn cool. This has been another Action Figure Adventures animated review.